Come at us, Athletic Green. Send me some AG1. My name is Ryan Brewer, and introducing, he's a cowboy boots boy. It's Darian Frawley.
Cowboy boots.
You would be.
Emails are a thing. It's Aiden Pazan.
9 times the try.
Bones and all, it's Olivia Holtz.
I make a point of not understanding these.
There's a hole from where God tried to suck out the poison. It's Carl Holtz.
You can run. You can hide.
Guns will kill you. I'm pretty sure it's you can walk, you can run. Guns will kill you, but... And he looks exactly like you would expect him to look. It's Daniel Brewer.
What? Oh yeah!
Today we are playing a game called 4 of These People Are Lying. Based on the technical difficulties, 2 of these people are lying. If you want to know how the game works, well, go watch the tech diff version because they're way better than us. Basically, we've each put a Wikipedia article title on a note card. We haven't shown it to each other, so we're going to take turns drawing out an article, and we have to guess who's telling the truth about what it is and who is making it up. And I'm going to go first once again. And I am picking an article.
It'd be really funny if he picked his own.
It would be, but I would just put it back. But I didn't. I picked out an article that is Oknaki? Oknaki? I don't know how you would pronounce this. I'm going to pass it around, and we're going to start with Aiden. How do you pronounce that?
It is a bacteria
No.
called... Okay, it's Oknakia.
Oknakia, okay. Darian, how do you pronounce it?
Aknase.
Oknase. Carl?
Aknakia.
Aknase.
Oknase.
Echinacea.
Okay. All right. So, Aiden, it's a bacteria?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the bacteria deadly?
No, it's actually venom. But when you continue zooming in, it's more deadly bacteria. This is how Komodo dragons kill them. I once put together a Prezi.
The Prezia virus.
The funny thing is, I don't think anyone but Carl and me get that joke.
It's so old.
It's such an old reference.
It's probably before we even met you two.
That was a Caleb joke. That's one that Caleb thought was funny, and you guys don't even know Caleb.
I know Caleb.
Oh, you know
He
Caleb.
moved, right?
He moved.
From McDonald's, yeah.
From McDonald's, yeah.
He goes to a different McDonald's.
I've never seen him outside of McDonald's, so I don't know.
Oh,
few
God.
times.
What an anecdote. Darian, what is this thing?
Aknase is a species of dragonfly.
Dragonfly. Okay, I like that answer a lot.
Thank you.
I'm not saying you're correct. I like that a lot. I saw a huge dragonfly the other day, actually. It
A
was
big
dead.
Aknase?
It was dead, though.
Oh, I saw that one too.
So,
Free food.
On walks back from your car recently.
Sorry, no, repeat that louder.
Free food.
Carl, what is whatever the hell this is?
It is a deep sea fish.
I like that answer, too. Okay, Daniel?
Carl is concerningly close. It is a species of mollusk.
Mollusk.
That's not that close.
Ocean.
Okay,
Right
and
upset the
Olivia, what
fridge.
is this?
It is a flowering plant native to North America.
Wrong.
Flowering plant.
It's clearly a deep sea fish.
We're just gonna do a debate. Nope.
Okay.
Don't like it.
So-
Presidential debate.
You've all gone for living things. We've got 3 in the animal kingdom, 1 in the plant kingdom, and 1 that's a bacteria. Bacterium.
Bacteria.
Bacterium
Phylum.
kingdom. Eubacteria or Archaeobacteria, Aiden?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is.
It's not gonna be archaea. Well,
Didn't you take 7th grade?
I did at one point.
biology.
Do you already
in
remember
10th
any of
grade.
it? No.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the bacterium?
So it's found in still water ponds in the actual Midwest. So
The
you know.
actual
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
guess I
God.
represent. Let's
I thought it was a
go.
fake
It's
one.
not fake.
So like not us, but
Not
like
the fake Midwest. Not
South
like
Dakota
Tennessee.
Midwest.
Not like Tennessee,
Yeah.
it's the fake Midwest.
I don't know. Illinois, they say they're Midwest, but I beg to differ.
Okay,
But yeah,
so it's found in still water. is there anything else
Ponds.
notable about it? Does it like?
They eat other bacteria, so they're carnivorous.
Okay.
I think that's a correct word.
I don't know, but sure.
And
Bacterivorous.
yes, they're bacteria. What
Because
you said.
carnivorous would mean they're eating animals.
That's what I was thinking, but
Yeah.
like it's not plants, so
Okay.
I don't know. And they're non-hazardous to humans.
Okay. Are they hazardous to like fish or something?
No, they're
Just
hazardous
other
to
bacteria.
Are they hazardous to mosquito larvae?
So
I don't know, so I'd
Somebody
say
set off the
no.
alarm.
Probably.
So they're deadly bacteria, but only if you're a smaller bacteria.
Yes.
It's a cruel world.
All right. I'm gonna come back to Darian and ask Carl more about the deep sea fish because I want to know about this.
So it's kind of similar to a gulper eel. Like if you take one of those and make it like half the length but scale it down. It's notable for its bioluminescent stripes.
Ooh.
It's got 2 stripes on either side that are blue, and then just kind of like a white glowing spot on its forehead. Similar to an anglerfish, but like if the protrusion was not protruded.
Okay.
You're actually just combining deep sea animals.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too.
Well, I mean, have you
Underwater
ever looked
Chimera.
at deep sea animals?
Yeah,
They all are
that's
combinations
fair,
of
that's
each
fair.
other.
They do look.
There's a niche in that meta.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
They've got
Tears
it
you
tight.
reference, I like that. Okay, Daniel, tell me more about whatever you said.
The mollusk.
Yeah.
So the mollusk specifically lives on the bottom of the ocean, and it feeds on small plants and insects. Well,
Insects.
Insects.
Bottom of the ocean.
they do latch on to like surfaces like that are elevated, like
Okay.
kind of similar to how starfish do, but they don't feed like starfish.
Yeah, nothing feeds like a starfish.
Yeah.
I
I dissected a starfish.
Does it have a shell?
Yes.
What kind of shell?
Like 20
I don't know. It
questions.
didn't say. It didn't tell me what shell
Does it
it
have
was.
a picture?
No.
What
All
color
right.
is it?
You have 17 questions left.
All right. Before we go to the flowering plant, Darian, let's hear more about the dragonfly.
So another name it goes by is the blue-winged darner. So essentially,
I know that dragonfly.
it just
It's a pretty cool dude.
it's just a blue
And
dragonfly
looking
with like a slightly whitish bluish tinged wings that it has. And other than that, I don't really know much else about it.
Okay, that's
just a cool dragonfly.
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, Wikipedia is like 90% like articles about invertebrates, so.
Yeah.
I mean, how many moths did we have last time?
Oh, yeah, some of those.
Yeah.
All right, and Lydia, what about the flowering plant?
So it produces white flowers that are about the size of a quarter. It is poisonous. Yeah, it's pretty common.
So toxic to humans or just to animals or like smaller animals?
Pets, humans.
Free for all.
It's good for yards unless you've got small children. It'll chew on things.
Okay, so it can potentially poison a human.
Right.
Can't
Is
have
it
it.
just
Can't have
does
it in my
Can it
house.
just poison small humans or large humans
It can
as well?
poison any human in
Aw.
specific doses.
But
But if you ate like a leaf, you'd be fine. You might just shit yourself.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't have to eat that leaf.
All right. So, if you're playing, Mario, don't eat that leaf.
Right.
But the other leaf will make you fly. So I'm just all right. These are all really, actually, pretty plausible. I think I'm gonna throw out Daniel's because he said it eats insects on the ocean, which I just don't buy. I think he said something wrong there. Carl, I really do think you're just combining deep sea animals. I'm going to throw that one out too. Darian, I feel like yours is very plausible, but I think it's just a dragonfly that you heard about one time, and you're just like applying that to this. So I'm
Okay.
going to cross that out too. And Aiden, I want to go for the bacteria, but something about that feels wrong. That it would be like
Would you like more
still
details?
ponds in the Midwest. Somehow that's like something's wrong about that.
I
don't
was
know
saying
why.
actual Midwest because I'm like, family. We're part of the. We're kind of
It's
related
the
in
Fast
a
and the
way.
Furious bacteria.
So you get it. I thought that was a neat thing.
Okay,
The actual Midwest, not the one in China.
Right, yeah. I get it. I like it, Aiden. But I think it's a plant that makes you shit yourself.
It is!
Yes!
It's one of my mother's favorites!
Nice.
Okay, so here's the
Alright.
thing. I meant to say small crustaceans, and I said insects for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
I
There
just
are
said the wrong
those-
thing completely.
There are those like
Water insects.
there are giant isopods that live in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright,
not
well,
what I
that
meant to
was,
say though.
that was a point to me and a point to Libby. Do you have any more information about this thing that you want to share?
No, they're just cool
No.
plants.
How does it taste?
What?
How does it taست?
I wish
Good.
I knew. I mean, I've probably eaten it at some point.
You're a mid-sized human. Go home, get one.
I don't have them anymore.
Aw.
Okay, so, alright. Successful completion of round 1. Woo! So, Libby, get a new article, and then we will move on. Thanks for that transition, Daniel. Aiden, it's your turn.
Okay. Card should be properly shuffled. And the word is what cheer? What cheer?
What cheer?
What cheer?
Cheer.
So, do you want me to pass this around? It is what in
I would
cheer?
actually, yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fondle it.
And let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So,
What shit?
What? Share?
Yeah, it's actually hot.
What shit? What shit?
Oh yeah, that was actually supposed to be Cher, the singer.
Okay.
Didn't she say that she hates her own voice?
I'm pretty sure
she's
Really?
Yeah.
Turn back time.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna start with Ryan. What is what cheer? What cheer?
You're going to start with me, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, what cheer, believe it or not, it's in the actual Midwest. It is a
No
town.
way.
It is a small town in Iowa.
Okay.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Okay, Olivia.
Okay.
I want to talk about this round,
What
but
cheer?
obviously not
It is an old hymn sung at Christmas time in England.
Okay.
Sounds a lot more plausible than my town.
Yeah, I wrote down absolute BS.
You're going to be so disappointed when it turns out to be me.
I will be. I really will be. Okay, let me
Delivery's
finish
on the way.
Oh,
What cheer?
What Daniel, what cheer?
Alright, so this is gonna sound really implausible, but it's actually true.
You gotta trust
So
me.
it was a music video released on YouTube by, believe it or not, Smosh.
Okay.
I like Smosh.
That doesn't sound implausible at all.
Smosh music video. Okay. What is what cheer?
It is a place that is famous for a rock.
Okay.
Right, thanks.
I mean,
I thought
no
Ryan's
further
was
questions.
bad. I'm just not even gonna write anything down.
I want to hear more about the rock.
Is it igneous?
Yes. That is the best question you could have asked.
That's the one thing I don't actually know about the rock.
The main thing.
He knows absolutely
Or there's
everything else.
other main things about it,
Like what?
like that it's a painted rock.
What color?
Many.
It's a rainbow
Many.
rock?
Not a rainbow.
It's a game rock.
This one wouldn't have a rainbow on it.
It's like a rock from the
So
movie
what
Shorts.
colors?
Soldier colors.
So it's a camo rock.
Yeah.
Do people have a hard time finding it?
Rock.
Well, yeah.
Is it a big rock?
That's a pretty big rock.
Alright.
In imperial form, how many washers is it?
More than 2.
2 washers. Okay.
No, more than 2.
Oh.
Between 2 and 3
No.
washers?
More than 2.
What is the
Remember?
max?
No, remember.
Carl can only
I only-
conceptualize numbers in terms of their original number 2. So every
Gotcha.
number is either less than 2, exactly 2, or more than 2.
Is it more than 2 to the power of 2?
I don't know. Is that more than 2?
It is more than 2.
Well, then there's a relationship to that is positive.
Why am I like entertaining
So, What Cheer is actually a protest in Canada going on right now, actually, where people are marching for the protest of essentially just the pharmaceutical companies of Canada, saying that the biggest issue they're having right now is with insulin prices and has to do a lot with antidepressant prices. A lot of these people have issues that they need these medications for. If you abruptly stop taking antidepressants, bad things happen. If you abruptly stop taking insulin, bad things happen.
You get pretty nasty withdrawal from
Right.
antidepressants.
Exactly. So the entire movement is just based around the idea of what is there to be cheerful about right now. Everybody's really upset about it, so they want to bring the prices down.
That one's good. Also, I'm gonna feel really stupid because I am Canadian if like I don't pick you and it is that.
Okay.
People need me.
So, okay, how many of these do you actually think are plausible then?
I
I'm
think
just
really
curious.
only 2. I think it's either the Smosh music video or the pharmaceuticals protest.
Dominoes.
But
Yeah,
also,
there they are.
I'm pretty sure insulin is like, I want to say it's kind of affordable in Canada. I'm pretty sure
I'm pretty sure it's my
affordable.
There's, yeah, I think it's Carl's right. Either that or it's the small town.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, nobody knows where the name came from. But it just frequently comes up on lists of places with weird names.
Yeah. Okay. So what? I'm just ignoring
Noted.
that. Is Smosh music video? I mean, like I can totally see a title being called that.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, let's pause because the pizza's gonna be at the door in any second, so we're gonna come back to your guess
Gotcha.
in a moment.
Okay.
There it is.
Some time to mull it over.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about the Smosh music video?
Yeah, so obviously, so in the chorus they were singing "What Cheer," so it's kind of like a protest, but it's not really because they aren't actually protesting it. It's just kind of about, at that time it would be musically trends, and like what was like happening. Like, you know how they made music videos, right? You know what Musical.ly is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like how they made videos.
What's Musical.ly?
It was-
TikTok
Is that
before
the
TikTok.
thing between
Yeah.
Vine and TikTok?
Yeah.
It became TikTok actually.
So it's making fun of Musical.ly.
Yeah.
And so the chorus is "What Cheer." So can you explain more about like why they call it that?
No. I can't.
No,
I'm probably
Frank
gonna
disgusted
Darian on
why you
this
asked me
one.
that.
I'm gonna say it's Darian.
That's your guess?
Yep.
Nope.
Dang it! I knew. Okay,
And
I
I
thought
got my
insulin was
sauces.
affordable. Ah, is it the Smosh video?
No.
Wait.
Wait.
It's not.
I actually thought it was.
It
I'm
is
not
both
wrong.
Ryan's.
Let him finish your.
Okay, it's not the rock. I don't believe it. Is it the old hymn in English?
No.
No. Okay, Ryan, is it yours?
So not only is it mine, but here's a picture of me pointing to a sign that says "Welcome to What Cheer."
Also, that's
and okay, you may ask yourself, who's taking that picture, Ryan? Well, if you zoom in on that picture, you see on the right side it says "Home of the Freedom Rock," and
That's great.
here's a picture of Carl pointing to their big rock.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Darian would have known that if he had come to Iowa with us.
It's a good thing I didn't, because I made you guess wrong.
Those are the 2 least believable ones.
I know.
Okay, I also didn't choose you because I like showed everyone What Cheer and you laughed the hardest, which seemed like it was a surprise to you. So
I saw
that's
that
what
well
threw me
in
off.
Now, and by the way, in that picture, I'm also wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing right now. So that's
It also has
How
my
fitting.
favorite face that Ryan has ever made in that picture.
Hang on.
Ryan has a lot of faces, so
This one is particularly good.
The many faces.
man of many
So
faces.
why did you laugh once I showed it to you versus like laughing right away or not laughing at all?
That's awesome. You look so happy.
That was like the main
which
thing
Roman,
that I'm like,
which
oh, yeah,
Roman
it's
god
not
is
true.
that? The
I was trying to
one
sell
of
it.
many
It wasn't really mine.
Janus.
Well, Ryan,
Okay.
the point
I
is
don't
to
think you know
guess-
this game.
is to make them guess
I
right.
know, but the ultimate goal is just confusion, and that's what I
you're right.
achieved.
Absolute BS.
I was
And that was for
really
yours.
confident on that.
Absolute Yes.
You didn't even entertain mine.
That's awesome.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I chose very wrongly.
All right.
I like it.
Well, I'm gonna get a new article. We're gonna eat some pizza, and we'll be right back.
Yahoo!
Okay. Let's resume here. Okay. So before we move on to Darian's turn here, I just want to read a little bit from the What Cheer Wikipedia article. So what I like is sources differ as to why the name What Cheer was chosen. The phrase "What cheer with you" is an ancient English greeting dating back to at least the 15th century. One theory of the name is that a Scottish miner exclaimed, "What cheer!" on discovering a coal seam near town. A more elaborate theory suggests that Joseph Andrews chose the name because one of the founding myths of his native town of Providence, Rhode Island. According to his story, when Roger Williams arrived at the site that would become Providence in 1636, he was greeted by a group of Narragansett Native Americans with "What cheer, Neetop?" Neetop was the Narragansett word for friend. and the Narragansetts had picked up the "What cheer" greeting from English settlers. It's possible that the connection between What Cheer, Iowa and What Cheer, the shibboleth of Rhode Island, was merely coincidental. The entries for these subjects are adjacent but not connected in the 1908 edition of the Encyclopedia of Americana. What Cheer has frequently been noted on lists of unusual place names.
That is fantastic.
As it should.
So none of the theories for why it's called that make any sense. It just has a stupid name and the people there won't change it.
I love it.
All right.
I wouldn't want it changed.
Let's
Perfect.
continue on. It is now Darian's turn. I've put a new article in the pile, so he is welcome to draw one at this point.
Alright. Your word is fartlick. You may pass it around. That was wonderful.
You love me some farts.
Alright.
I kind of like thinking about what it would be before I even hear answers.
What's your guess on what it would be?
I think it's exactly what you think.
Yeah, it's a Greg
It
special.
is definitely.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with Carl. What is fartlick?
Fartlick is a Finnish town.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of like the sign that says "Welcome to Fartlick."
Right now, I'm on fucking Austria.
Right, I was thinking of that
Go
too.
Team Fartlick.
I want a picture of me doing that same face in front of the line of Fartlick.
Okay, Daniel.
It's a small Irish hamlet.
Okay. What is fartlick?
Fartlick is the name of a Scottish noble family from the 1800s.
At least put socks on.
I don't have socks. You put socks on. Come on. Yeah, look at all those piggies.
Just letting the pizza up.
The dogs are barking.
Ryan,
The
what is
pigs are
fartlick?
barking.
It is a monster in Norse mythology.
And last but not least, Aiden, what is fartlick?
It's a training regimen to get better at running.
I'm gonna go back to you right away. Hold on.
Do you
Should
like?
I just like start?
Yeah,
saying
expand
myself?
on that,
Okay.
please.
Well, it is called fartlick,
Do you-
and it's the regimen is basically it's constant running, but it's short periods of like sprinting, and then followed by like long periods of like slow running. So you like slowly increase, until you're like full on sprinting, and then back to slow running. And
Interesting.
a lot of Olympians, it was kind of created in the 1930s, but a lot of Olympians swore by it, even to this day,
Interesting.
to not only get better at endurance, but speed as well.
Did it use extra forms of propulsion?
If only. That's Fartlick 2.0. Got something. Got something going.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna move on to we'll jump to Daniel actually.
Okay, so,
Irish Hamlet.
So this hamlet, it's high up in the mountains, high in elevation, and it only houses around 200 to 300 people. A highest census in 2010 was 280 people live there.
Wow, this is the what cheer of Ireland.
It is partly.
I love how Darian takes so much. He draws like.
He says these are just little doodles.
Okay, so then we're gonna
so
go
there you
to Carl.
So this Finnish village is a lovely little seaside village. I mean, it's a Finnish village. It's known for its fishing industry. Not known, but that's their, they.
It's their what?
What?
It's their what?
Their English. It's their primary income.
Okay.
They also take great pride in their boat making. So their fishing fleets are basically just these beautifully crafted wooden boats.
The Fartlick fleet.
Fleetwood fart. My favorite pants.
Okay, then let's go back to Livia.
Okay.
Scottish noble family.
So basically, they became nobility in the 1800s as recognition for their efforts in the 1600s to keep Scotland free from Britain, because their ancestors were leaders in that fight, and so basically it was pretty much a slaughter, and they were one of the few families that survived.
Okay.
Cool.
Interesting.
The slaughter of Fartlick.
No, they weren't slaughtered.
Oh.
Fartlick survived.
The avoided
Onslaught
slaughter of
Fartlick.
Fartlick.
Do fartlets still exist to this day?
No.
Oh.
I know.
Did they get
I would love
slaughtered?
to meet them, but no.
Fartlickers.
The fartlick name is dead. Okay. And then Norse monster, Ryan. Can you
Yeah,
expand on
so
that?
it's one of these things where there are differing accounts of what it was actually supposed to be. It was kind of a shape-shifting thing too, but basically it would take the form of like a giant wolf or bear and eat livestock and stuff. And there's a legend about how a team of heroes were assisted by Thor to defeat the Fartlick, and
I like it.
it's
Did
innately
they win?
hilarious. But yeah, that's the story of the Fartlick. And I chose it because it has a funny name.
Who won?
Who won?
Yeah.
Fartlick.
The Fartlick
History
or
remembers the
Thor?
fartlicks.
No, as I said,
Well,
Thor and his heroes defeated the Fartlick.
Oh,
What was the
defeated.
group of heroes called?
I don't
The
remember.
Fartlick destroyed.
The
Not
Avengers.
Yeah.
It's not the Avengers. No. Captain America was otherwise engaged.
Fartlick wars. Okay.
Infinity Fartlick.
My favorite
I
part of
would
that.
love to see that though in the Avengers. Like,
My favorite
Giant
part of
fartlick.
that story is when Tony Stark is alone with the Fartlick and he says,
It's
and the Fartlick says, "I have it, Ari." And Tony Stark says, "We have a Hulk."
yeah.
It's farting time.
Fart.
It's the most lowbrow, like trashy movie in the world. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I think I've heard all I need to hear.
Have you?
Really, no more questions. Wow.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say I think it was yours, Daniel.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Shoot.
in mountainous Ireland.
Ireland's
Where the
hilly.
snakes live.
My other one was Olivia.
No.
No. Dang it.
No.
I didn't get a beat on this one. Okay. Then from that point, I think it was Carl's.
Nope.
Lord.
You actually
And
probably
then
can't keep leading.
it would have been Ryan.
No.
It's an actual training regimen.
That is
I
so
do it
stupid.
all the time.
That's awful.
I've done several fart licks. Honestly,
It feels like something you should never admit.
no, just to get that.
That's a private thing.
Good lord.
Great
Keep that in the
experience.
bedroom.
I was actually worried
Great experience.
when I wrote that down. I'm like, no one's gonna know that except maybe Derry.
No, I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
So
that
happy.
is insanity.
You might be
Wow.
better at. Didn't you like play football? You could have done a fart lick to get
How
that.
did
Could
you
have been in
learn
the
about fart
NFL.
licks?
That is insane.
Just trying to get better at running.
Okay,
I guess
you're
it's a well-known thing in the running community, but
Okay.
like, yeah.
We should
All
ask
right, it's
Andy if he
fart
does
licks.
fart licks.
He probably does.
All right. Well, Aiden, I mean, a point to Daniel, right?
Yep.
And then Aiden, get yourself a new article, and let us never speak of fartleks again. Well, now that we've had fartlick out of the way, let's move on to the next round. Carl, you're up.
Woo!
Dramatic pause.
It's not a funny word. It appears to be a big word, though.
Oh boy,
Well, multiple
what is
words.
Lonely Road of Faith.
Oh. That's
It
not
was
funny
not-
at all.
It was not
Only
worth the
road of
build-up.
faith with no capitalization at all.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh no.
It would be funny if just the O and of was capitalized. It would also tell us a lot. But the person who made it doesn't know how to capitalize things.
Or they did it wrong on purpose.
That would never happen. Daniel.
Book by J.K. Rowling.
Okay.
Harry Potter and the Lonely Road.
Eight.
The very first pilgrimage drive.
Drive when they
It's
throw
a
rocks.
It was a road trip.
I drove with a big rock.
And what were they selling?
No, it wasn't selling. It was like to, I don't
Right.
know, re-foster your faith.
Sure, it wasn't Krusty Krab pizza.
It's not just a boulder. It's a painted rock. One cheer. Got to allude to what cheer throughout this entire episode.
Okay. Ryan.
This is an album by the Christian rock group Lighthouse.
No, it's not.
Good news, your opinion doesn't matter.
Alright, Darian.
The Lonely Road of Faith is a 4 or 5-ish mile path in Washington that basically starts from where there used to be an old lake town back in the 1800s down to a essentially like a watering hole kind of thing where people would usually take a walk to go and make sure that their horses had enough to drink.
And baby.
It was a 2001 song by the band Kids Rock, which ironically was made of adults.
So not Kid Rock, and not Kids Bop.
No.
It's
Adult
Kids
Painted
with
Rock.
an S or a Z.
S. It wasn't cool.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Lame.
Okay. Darian, why are they going 5 miles to water their horse?
Well, it's not to water; it's to feed the horse, or to satiate the thirst of the horse, because that was the
That's
closest.
That's watering the horse.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let me start over.
Okay, Okay.
So-
I'll just cross this all out. You can come up with a new one.
No. So I just I didn't know that that's what it was called. But
Yeah, watering a horse.
So to water a horse,
They're not
to
places.
have a horse drink water,
Yeah.
or lead
I've
it to
heard that
water.
you can lead a
Lead
horse
it to water, but you can't make it drink. But for these horses, it was their only opportunity of sustenance in the like 5 mile area.
And what did the rest of that path lead to?
Nothing.
Okay.
It was a very lonely road.
The only one that they never know.
Yeah.
Walk to Burger King.
And I walked back home from
Burger
King.
And tell me more about this pilgrimage drive.
Okay, so it's the first actual paved road. Normally pilgrimage routes are you're like walking on foot or biking.
Yeah.
So the first 2 well-known ones are the Camino de Santiago and the Kumanokoto. One is in Spain and one is in Japan. This one's kind of in the all of South America, going from the very top to all the way south. And you drive it just to like kind of reflect on your life, and it's supposed to make you like closer to God over this drive, because it's just like long periods of just thinking.
Yeah, I don't want to spend that much.
Yeah, driving from the north tip to the south tip of South America, that's a lot of time thinking.
We've had multiple
it's over
drives
a
like
few
that.
months.
We have.
Yeah,
We don't need no lonely road for it.
God. 15.
Highway 15 in America is Carl's like mortal enemy.
Is that the one that goes out west?
It goes from basically the Canadian border in northern Montana all the way
Oh,
down to like
yeah.
San Diego. Like it kind of turns west
Oh.
after a while.
A lot of highways like that'll have like, you know, if you're driving like to like Chicago or to 94 on 41, it'll like
Yeah.
break it up into reasonable chunks where there are like off ramps and stuff where it'll say go straight here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 doesn't do that.
They don't believe in it.
800. I think we saw like 800 or like 300 or something miles on the GPS.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we were just going from. I mean, we were only on the stretch that was from what? I think it was Missoula to Salt Lake City, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like that's a small chunk of this highway, and it was
Yeah.
just endless.
That is awful.
Awful. I mean, there were some pretty parts. There was a lovely reservoir.
Beautiful reservoir.
So your Christian album.
Yeah, so I'm curious what you actually wrote down there.
Album.
Just album?
Yep.
So you didn't catch that I said Lighthouse and not Lifehouse. Because Lifehouse is a well-known Christian rock band.
Yeah.
Lighthouse is also a Christian rock band that I think might have been trying to profit off of people confusing them with Lifehouse. And yeah, they released this album. I listened to one song and it was awful, but it sounded a lot like Lifehouse. Nothing actually really happened with this album. It didn't chart or anything. None of the singles were ever like did anything. But
Bummer.
yeah, it's a very short stub article, but I picked it because it's funny that they just like deliberately tried to rip off Lifehouse. Like if you're gonna rip off anybody, why would you pick Lifehouse? They're
So
terrible
true.
anyway.
So true. I agree.
So Daniel.
Yeah, so this book is in the style of slam poetry. And the last line of each stanza is always the lonely road of faith.
I thought it was gonna be like
It's-
Avada Kedavra.
It's always like, it's very well known for its great figurative language and mnemonic devices as well.
It's well known.
I could see it in poetry circles.
Poetry circles you.
I do my poetry in squares.
Tell me about Kids Rock, Libby.
It was a long article. I didn't read the whole
Oh.
thing, and it's been a while. But it was like it. So it looked like they were about like 30 to 40 years old. So it's super weird that they named themselves Kids Rock because it was not at all targeted towards children. Like so strange, but also early 2000s. So like, okay, sure. You know, weird shit, but yeah.
I don't actually like any of these as answers, I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe we're all lying.
It was mine!
It was Carl's turn.
Jeez. Ryan, is it yours?
No.
I don't think so.
Lighthouse?
I don't know!
Dude, I totally just blanked on the name of Lifehouse and said Lighthouse, and
I
then
kind of-
immediately after went, that's not right, and then I had to make up something.
I mean, I kind of figured, but like, it was plausible.
It was a very good constructed story.
Okay, well, thank you.
There's a band called Trip in the Merry-Go-Round.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mad Men drummers.
Skillet.
Oh, what was the one that I had from last time? It was like, it was something like, cattle something like that. I don't know.
Cattle destruction?
No, it was similar.
Olivia, is it yours?
Yeah. Let me pull up the article. Okay. It was from the album Cocky. Yeah. It was featured in 2 different WWE video package when WCW's New World Order was sent by Vince McMahon to poison the WWF. I don't know what any of those mean, and there is no explanation.
That's wrestling.
I know that's wrestling.
All of that is wrestling.
I know the name, Vince McMahon. That's about as much.
Yeah. Oh, and one of them has on the album cover. There's a man with a tattoo that says Paul on his bicycle.
Just all.
Just Paul.
I want
Popular now. Paul.
The band is called Cattle Decapitation.
Oh.
Okay, well, Libby, let's you get the article, and then we will
The
move
reason
on to
I didn't
Daniel's turn.
get-
It is now Daniel's turn after he played us in with that nice bass transition. Guys.
Can you do an ASMR version?
No.
Mead who?
What?
Mead who?
Me who?
Me too.
Me too.
Me who?
Oh, like the band.
Me you? Me who?
Me who?
Me do.
Me do.
Me do. It's a new Pokemon. I like it.
No, I wouldn't know about that.
Olivia, tell me about Me Too.
Me too. It is a Scandinavian band.
Are they from Sweden?
Yes.
Wow!
Scan
Oh.
It stunted our brain activity.
So like they're all from Sweden. It's not just like they're.
They're from Sweden. They're singing in Swedish.
But I thought they were Scandinavian.
Sweden is a part of
Do
Scandinavia.
you know what Scandinavia is?
No.
It's
a fairy
collection.
tale and it's not real.
It's
Okay, Ryan, tell me what Me Who is. Shut up.
You just skip over it.
I don't want to know what
Let's
I'm
try to
saying.
move on as quickly as possible. Just get out of this. Scandinavia is a region of Europe that includes Finland, Sweden, Norway, etc.
And Denmark.
Egypt.
Allegedly.
I don't know why you said etc. when there was one more country.
Good
Because
point.
he
Good
was
point. Anyway, yeah, Me Too. It's a type of cattle that are bred in Scotland.
Aiden?
It's a cocktail of 50-50 Everclear and mead.
Ooh.
For people who really hate themselves.
It gets you
Everyone
drunk
at the
fast.
table over 21 is just going, oh.
Darian?
It is an island in Maldiva.
Carl?
So this one's actually fairly political. It's the
I'm sorry, before you get into that, I'm
Topical
just in my head
steroids.
now with Darian's being like an island, I'm just like doing Kokomo, but Me Too. Alright.
So it's actually fairly political. So this it's now being used as an anti-censorship
Ooh.
policy in Russia, but it originated as like a almost a poor faith Me Too movement that was just Russian people like me too.
Me too.
But the reason it was poor faith is because it was completely overseen and controlled by the government. So there wasn't any like free speech about it.
Okay.
You got a lot to think about.
What type of music did the Scandinavian band make?
Scandinavian.
Scandinavia rock.
Rockanavian.
Scrock.
Rock. Okay, I'd like to hear more about the cocktail, but I don't think there's any more information I can get out of it.
I can say more.
It's very
Okay,
straightforward.
alright.
More information.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
So it was created in the 1980s just for like a way to get really drunk fast, and also kind of as a calorie counter, because like if you get drunk fast then you know consume less drinks. And the reason that it's called that is because when he gave it to his wife to test it out, she drunkenly said "me too," and like he laughed so hard that he just like changed that to the name. So it's actually supposedly it's a pretty good drink, even though it's Everclear, because of the sweetness from the mead. The mead is like a honey based liquor. Or like you,
Okay.
yeah, you ferment honey.
I love that story so much. I want it to be true.
It reminds me.
It is. It's the best thing.
Alright, Darian, I want to hear more about this island.
So this island is in Maldiva. It is populated. It's not abandoned. That's it.
You have nothing else to
I
share.
really don't. That is it. There's nothing special about it.
It's the one cheer on the ocean.
There are maybe 1,000 people on it.
Are there rocks there?
Possibly. I haven't been there. But there are maybe 1,000 people that live on that island. It is maybe, I don't know, 5 miles long and 3 miles wide.
Five miles, huh?
It is so small.
Is there a Dollar General?
So it looks like a great spot for a parking lot, though. I will say.
That's some American thinking right there.
You put your
For
boat on
the-
a ferry just apartment.
Build a super highway. In my America, a parking lot in every street.
Are you proposing that we take paradise and
This is paradise. Welcome to the concrete jungle.
Is it the island?
You're not
Are you
gonna ask
guessing?
for follow up on the cattle?
No, I got everything I need from you.
Even
Yes,
if I tell you it's a really
island?
like shaggy cattle that like is built to withstand the winters of northern Scotland.
No, I still got everything I need.
Okay.
And you are guessing?
I am guessing.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It is.
Can you show me an image? I want to
Yeah,
see this
got it.
parking lot island.
Dude, the space is like perfect for a parking lot.
It's exactly a square.
It's that little baby right there. It's just like a collection of islands. It's this one.
So you just take a ferry out to
Yeah.
park.
It's inhabited island, and it's got a cargo ship. It's perfect. Oh wait, the length is 0.2 miles by 0.17 miles.
That is way up.
That is so tiny.
Wow. You could.
That is like the size of a ship, basically.
Wow.
Okay, it's very tiny.
All right, Darian, you need to find a new article. So
Oh darn it.
let's continue.
So
It's now Olivia's turn. The final round of this game.
Okay, Gribble. Pass
Gribble.
that around.
Gribble.
Gribble.
Yeah.
Gribble. Uh-huh.
Alright.
Okay, Daniel, since you said Gribble, you want to start?
It's not actually pronounced gribble.
Okay.
It's pronounced gribble, and it's a very small marine isopod.
Okay.
Doesn't need insight.
Bacteria.
Okay, Carl.
It is a little known McDonald's character. This is Grimace's child.
Who is the mother?
Choo Choo doesn't have a mother. This is a cartoon character. They don't need to have mothers.
My goodness.
Just appeared one day.
Jerry.
Spawned in.
Lord. Gribble is actually it's like a cheap peasant food. It's basically just like a meat broth soup
That
in
sounds-
the UK.
That sounds delicious.
It does not. It really does not.
Love me some meat broth.
It's an onomatopoeia word used to describe drinking beer in Ireland. Chugging beer.
Fancy a gribble.
I can see that.
The onomatopoeia part's getting me.
Yeah.
It's a big word. I understand you'd have trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm
that word
impressed.
means. It has more than 2 letters, so I can't.
More than 2 letters.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why parents had to stop at 2 kids.
I wouldn't be able to comprehend a 3rd child.
One letter.
So a gribble is actually it's a little. Okay, it's a device for attaching a boat to a dock, essentially. So it's basically just a special kind of hook that has a latch on it. So rather than tying it with a rope, it's kind of like you can have it on the end of like a bungee type cord and secure it with a gribble if they have the right type of ring on the dock for it.
So a rope with extra steps.
Yeah, basically. It is secure. Like it's, the thing with a rope is that if you tie it, it depends on who's tying the knot, it can come loose, whatever. A gribble is just straightforward. There's only one way to do it, so you can't mess it up.
So this marine isopod, how long has it existed?
It didn't say, but it did say that it was 1
It
to.
didn't say.
It said between 1 to 4 millimeters long. Very small.
That is really cool. I love that.
Okay.
Oh, it's pale white as well.
Okay.
And it can be one of any 56 species of small marine isopods.
Wow. Okay. Grimace's kid. What are they like?
They don't have a lot of character because they did not take off at all. It's like if you look at a Rock-afire show stage, they have that stump with the baby bear in it that has no personality whatsoever. It's
like
pretty
the
much
bear.
Choo Choo.
Yeah.
I love Choo Choo. Choo Choo's awesome.
Recommendation station.
But like it's kind of like that where it's a super underdeveloped character that just
Okay.
exists as like a background thing.
Not as cool as Beach Bear, basically.
No.
Okay.
Nobody's as cool as Beach Bear.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's not peasant food because that sounds like a word from that makes it sound like fantasy.
Okay.
Like a wizard would give you gribble to eat.
Drink this.
I curse thee with gribble.
That sounds like something that Ricky Gervais's character in Gallivant would give you. His character was Xanax the Wizard, by the way.
It's bloody nice, this gribble.
Okay.
Sorry. Was that a character in Harry Potter and the Long Road of Fate?
Okay. Is it the boat attachment?
No.
Damn it.
Come
okay.
on.
You would just call that.
We would have
hook
one
or
of those.
clamp.
Do you own a boat?
We have a lake house
I don't know.
in Montana.
Cool.
Well, we
Rent's in
don't.
there.
I've been
We-
there.
We will.
Eventually.
We will.
Through nepotism.
Yep.
I
Okay.
don't think that's nepotism. That's just inheritance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nepotism's funnier.
Those make me chuckle.
Okay, is it the isopod?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Isopod wins. I like it.
Isopods always win.
Who
Well,
got guessed first?
I did.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's our game. Carl, what's the final score?
I have a feeling you already know.
No, I don't.
That's why we
Ryan
asked.
wins with 3 points.
Oh.
Two-way tie for second between the two Ds.
Ah.
And Olivia in third place with 1.
I
All
don't think I
right.
got a single point.
That's our show, everybody.
That was
Neither
bad.
did
I.
Bad round, yeah.
Well, I don't know what to make of that, so figure it out if you want. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.